Hello and welcome to discussion board 18. Okay, so by this time you're in the Civil War, right? So you've gone through lesson 16 about the nation divides, lesson 17 about suffocating the South. You've learned about Civil War technology, stuff like that. So I want you to go to the discussion board on lesson 18, Behind the Lines. This talks a lot about the Battle of Antietam, but it's kind of supposed to be about just battles as a whole, okay? Um, and about Gardner, and he took the photograph of, it has all of these primary sources, which are super cool. He took this photograph of a deceased Confederate soldiers in the days after the Battle of Antietam. In the background is a church that is damaged by artillery fire, and he had gained permission from President Lincoln to photograph the battle. And the dead in his photographs were disproportionately Confederate soldiers, so that's kind of an interesting thing to see. So, in this photograph, you see the tattered farmhouse in the background, and or a church, I guess, and then you see all of the bodies right here, and it's pretty sobering right there. This photograph shows deceased Confederate soldiers after the Battle of Antietam. In 2016, Time magazine named this one of the most influential photographs of all time. And you can definitely see why. Once again, it's a pretty sobering thing to see all of the dead bodies right there. So right here it talks about, although Gardner's title for this photograph suggests that it shows a live battle scene, historian William Frasanito, who studied Gardner's work extensively, believed that it actually depicts an encampment of Union soldiers the day after the battle, and the smoke visible in the photograph is from campfires and not from weapons. No one knows if he was misleading the viewers to believe that this was an actual battle scene, but the historian believes that Alexander Gardner was not above stretching the truth about his photographs. So here you can see, during the battle, it's called On the Day of the Battle, okay, and you can see all of the smoke and stuff, and who knows what it's from, right? And then this photograph shows deceased Confederate soldiers in a ditch that had been dug to provide cover for them as they fired rifles at Union forces, right here. Okay, so the questions that I want you to answer with these photographs. Do you think, what do these images make you think of the Battle of Antietam? And, I have actually been to where the Battle of Antietam was fought, and it's amazing how huge a battlefield is. Like, I can't even start to explain to you how huge that it really is, and just how massive it is. You look at these pictures and, like, yeah, there's a lot of roads and it's just a lot of area right there. And then another question is what do you think the use of new technology of cameras used to document wars, is it helpful or harmful? And that started with the Civil War, and the Vietnam War was the first war that was basically videoed as it was happening, and that ended up being kind of a double-edged sword, and a lot of people didn't like it because wars are ugly, battles are ugly things to have, and So anyway, so kind of an interesting thing to discuss. Was Gardner, was he using the technology for good or not? Because I think that a lot of harm can come from looking at those battles as well. So, anyway, interested to know your thoughts. If you have any questions, please let me know. Also, if you want to email me your response to this discussion post, that is completely. I completely understand that, and if you don't want it to be out in public or whatever, so just go ahead and tell me that in your email, and I would be happy to accept it that way. So, anyway, interesting stuff. So I will talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye.